You cannot wear your no, you cannot. You cannot wear those during the video.
Hey guys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We wanted to send out a quick little video update this time. And yeah, so we might do this a little bit more actually this coming year, send out some more video vlog style updates, but we want to do a quick recap of this past year. This past year, I think for us, one of the biggest factors was fighting for the basics. It didn't feel glamorous in many ways because we spent a lot of time, energy, money trying to get a place to live, visas to be able to stay, and our family. So house, visas, and adoption were huge. I mean, probably the biggest story this year. You guys know from our past updates that we got evicted, and so it is not easy to find a place to live in our area. So that took a lot of time, energy, moving into a new place. Yeah, it's a lot of work.
And for those of you that missed about our eviction newsletters last year, it was not just us, it was most of our neighborhood that we've been living in for several years and doing kids ministry and youth group in. About, what would you say, 60, 80 houses?
Yeah.
About were evicted along with us. So we were in the situation with a lot of people of needing to find a new place to live this year. And along with that, deciding how to do our ministry differently, as a lot of it revolved in the neighborhood.
Yeah. So yeah, housing, that was one huge arc, and man, that took a lot of work, time, dedication to find a place that we could live, just to stay here. Visa stuff, we've always had a difficult time with visas in Thailand, but whew, this year takes the cake. Oh my gosh, yeah, we had so many visa denials. We had to travel out of the country multiple times just to
take turns leaving.
Yeah, oh yeah, we can't travel as a family. We can't travel as a family yet because we don't have all of Addie's documents completed, and so we had to take turns leaving the country and coming back just to try to sort out our visas. And
Steve spent probably weeks of his life added up together this year, going to different government offices and waiting in line and checking on paperwork.
we'll be lucky if it's only weeks.
Yeah, driving across the city, it really, I mean, this year is going to be 10 years that we've lived in Thailand, but it really was one of the most difficult years we've had for
100%, the worst.
Staying in the country. Yeah.
Thankfully, we seem to be through the worst of that now, and we're hoping from this point forward it will be much easier. Yes, so house, visa, and then family. You know, the paperwork of bringing Addie home and fighting for the finalization of her adoption. Everything just takes so long and is painful. Lots of meetings, lots of paperwork, and agonizingly slow. So those three things, which are just kind of like, you don't really expect to spend a lot of your time living, like finding a place to live and doing visas and making sure all of your family is together.
Yeah.
Those are not things that we really pictured when we moved to Thailand. And so this year that was one big story.
Yeah,
so
really took precedence.
Yeah.
So as we think about the past year and reflect on it, actually this past year we decided to do kind of a new tradition. Sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but sometimes around New Year's and the end of the year, I can get really reflective and contemplative about the past year. And sometimes that leads me to be disappointed in unmet goals that I had, or unmet expectations, or circumstances that were beyond my control, whatever it is. And this past year on New Year's Eve, we decided we'd start a new tradition of having a bucket, and that we would write down things we're grateful for, great memories, answered prayers, gratitudes, cool stories, anything memorable.
Funny quotes from our children.
Great quotes from our kids. And we throw them in the bucket and then open them on New Year's Eve. And so we did that this year, and it was really great. I highly recommend that to anybody as we start this new year. If you want to do that, if you also struggle with feeling disappointed coming up to New Year's in yourself or just whatever, overly critical like me. It was a really a great time to think about not only those like basics that we're talking about of what we really worked for this year in all of those areas, but to remember and be reminded of the really beautiful things that happened in the year. And one of them that came up over and over again as we pulled out papers of memories was the sibling relationship between our kids, and obviously this first full year as a family of 4. And it was so beautiful to watch Adelie grow and thrive in our family, and to watch her and Austin become so close, like best friends. It was just so sweet. There were so many great family memories, so many great trips. Addie's first time to the ocean, her first plane ride.
A lot of firsts for her.
So many firsts,
Yeah.
so many great firsts that we feel so grateful for. And even thinking about the eviction and the move and some of the big losses that we thought there were going to be in ministry in that transition, some of the pieces of paper that we pulled out kind of reminded me that there was not as much loss as I thought. We found this incredible home that we're sitting on our porch right now as a motorbike goes by. And we never expected to find this house so close to our old neighborhood. We're like a 5-minute, 7-minute walk from our old neighbors. So we've still been having kids come over to play every week. And some of our neighbors that got evicted with us have moved close by. So that's been cool. And we also got all this outdoor space that before, if you guys remember, our old house was on these stilts over water. And so getting to have outdoor space for our kids to run around and play outside turned to be this huge gift that we didn't even realize. And one of the things I had forgotten about even our moving day was how sweetly all the kids from Kids Club would not leave my side as we were packing up the moving truck. They kept saying to each other, like, no, we need to stay and help Mom, which is my name in Thai, and just helped bring item after item to the truck. And I told them, I'm gonna come back and show you guys where our new house is. And a couple hours after we'd been in the new house, we're unpacking and cleaning inside. There's banging and tapping on the windows, and they're peeking in, and it just totally made me cry that day. It was really sweet to remember.
Found it.
They found it. They said, we rode our bikes around. We knew it was close by. We rode our bikes around every neighborhood until we saw Austin's bike outside, and we knew this was your house. But so it's been sweet to see that even amidst like so much change like that, there wasn't as much loss of relationship as we had been anticipating, because we were able to live close and continue in some of that ministry that we've been doing for a couple of years. And so that has been really, really sweet.
A couple other of highlights from the year. One, that Chanel started her master's in counseling program this year, which is awesome because that's been a dream for years and years. And it's finally coming into fruition. Yeah, and a lot of you have been a huge part of making that happen, so thank you. And another highlight is that we continued our tradition of doing a neighborhood Christmas party, and we were able to invite our neighbors, because we're still close enough, invite a lot of the kids from our old neighborhood to come and join. And so that was really cool to get to continue that tradition. They were all really excited.
Yeah, it was such a great way to end the year, because it kind of brought together, like, it brought things back together at the end of the year, like through all of the transition, the fact that at the party we had tons of old neighbors, we had new friends, new neighbors here in our neighborhood all come together. It was really sweet. We did some crafts. The kids usually come over. They came over the day before and helped me like bake treats for the party. We had another friend who has a little roti cart come and make roti for everyone. And then we always end the party by setting up like an outdoor movie theater, making a bunch of snacks. And it kind of was a good reminder, a hopeful way of ending the year, remembering, you know, we love to host, we love to have people, having people in our home, building these relationships, and loving people is why we're here. So it was sweet to end the year that way and to get to use this space of this beautiful house that we're in to have people over and serve the community. It was really sweet. So we hope to be doing more of that this year, continuing having kids and youth group and hosting people. Thank you guys for all of your love and support this year. We're so grateful to have friends and family like you guys, and we love you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'm going to go blind for real though. Let me try that again.
Oh, okay.